Tennessee Williams' Mad Pilgrimage of the Flesh, John Lahr. Tennessee Williams' Mad Pilgrimage of the Flesh by John Lahr is a portrait of one of America's most brilliant and tormented playwrights, a man whose art was both his salvation and his undoing. From the small town South to the glittering lights of Broadway, Williams transformed his pain into poetry, giving the world masterpieces like A Streetcar Named Desire, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, and The Glass Menagerie. But behind the applause lay a man haunted by guilt, addiction, and longing, a restless soul forever on the edge of collapse. Lahr traces Williams's journey from a shy, lonely boy named Tom, growing up in a home dominated by a violent father and an unstable mother, to the playwright who would make the private agonies of American life public on stage. His sister Rose's descent into mental illness, culminating in a lobotomy, became the wound that never healed, shaping his empathy for the fragile, the lost, and the outcast. That wound fueled his art but also deepened his despair. Through success, he remained a man searching for tenderness, haunted by the feeling that love was always slipping through his fingers. As fame arrived, Williams' world grew both larger and lonelier. He reveled in the company of artists and lovers, yet his relationships were often tumultuous, marked by jealousy and fear of abandonment. His partner, Frank Merlo, brought him stability for a time, but Merlo's death plunged him into a spiral of grief and drug dependence. Lahr shows how Williams' later years became a battle against his own decline, a creative spirit undone by the very passions that once inspired him. His plays grew darker, his health weaker, his friends fewer. Yet even as he fell, he never stopped writing, driven by the same mad pilgrimage of the flesh that had defined his life. Through letters, journals, and interviews, Lahr reveals a man who could turn his most private demons into universal art. He exposes the contradictions that made Williams both radiant and tragic, a man of deep compassion yet profound loneliness, of wit and wildness, of faith in art even when life offered none. By the time Williams died in 1983, he had become a legend, but also a warning of the cost of genius. Tennessee Williams' Mad Pilgrimage of the Flesh is not just a biography, it is an elegy for a man who lived every emotion to its edge, whose flesh was frail, but whose imagination burned bright enough to illuminate the human soul.